While the whole world is talking about the AI revolution in Silicon Valley and China, you might not know that the three godfathers of this revolution all chose to stay in Canada. Today, let me share with you an overlooked story: how Canada, a country with only 40 million people, became the hidden driving force behind the AI revolution. Let's go back to the year 1987. That year, Geoffrey Hinton made an almost crazy decision. He left Carnegie Mellon University in the United States to move to the University of Toronto in Canada. Why? Because at that time, the neural networks he was working on were considered a dead end by the world. There was no attention, no funding, only ridicule and sarcasm. But the Canadian government said, hey, we're willing to fund those long-term research projects that seem crazy. So Hinton came. At the same time, Yoshua Bengio was holding his ground at the University of Montreal, and Richard Sutton was deeply engaged in reinforcement learning at the University of Alberta. These three people and their three Canadian universities sparked a glimmer of hope for AI during its winter. Everything changed in 2012 when Hinton and his two students, Alex Krzyzewski and Ilya Sutskever, just hearing these two names, one is Ukrainian and the other is Russian, developed a neural network called ImageNet. This neural network in the ImageNet competition, which was founded by Fei Li, instantly reduced the error rate from the previous best of 26% down to 15%. This breakthrough shocked the world. Google, Facebook, and Microsoft all rushed into the field of deep learning. Even more interestingly, Ilya later left Toronto and founded OpenAI, which went on to develop ChatGPT. Everyone knows about Sam Altman from OpenAI, but the true technical founder of OpenAI is actually Ilya. So you see, the roots of ChatGPT are also in Canada. But Canada's AI story isn't just about Toronto. In Montreal, Yoshua Bengio founded Myla, the world's largest university AI research center. In 2024, he became the first living scholar in the world to have his papers cited over 1 million times. But what Bengio cares about most isn't the technology. His main concern is AI ethics. In 2025, he and Hinton jointly called for a pause in the development of superintelligence until we understand how to control it. And what about the University of Alberta, the holy land of reinforcement learning? This is where the core team members of AlphaGo were trained in the early days. At the University of Waterloo, the intersection of quantum computing and AI has given rise to companies like D-Wave, a quantum computing firm. At UBC and SFU, the fields of computer vision and multimedia are also places where AI has made rapid progress. Professor Liu Jiangchuan is also a representative figure among them. Canada, with less than 0.5% of the world's population, contributes more than 8% of AI research papers. But Canada also has its problems. Its research is strong, but its commercialization is weak. Most of the AI talent has been poached by Silicon Valley, and too many startups have been acquired by American companies. But this is starting to change. Cohere, a Toronto-based enterprise-level large language model company, is valued at $5 billion and is positioned as a competitor to OpenAI. Waabi, an autonomous driving company founded by Uber's former chief scientist, is using AI to disrupt traditional methods. Sanctuary AI is a well-known general-purpose humanoid robotics company in Vancouver, and their goal is to make robots think like humans. In the first half of 2025, Canada saw the establishment of 800 new AI startups, and public investment funds grew by more than 40%. Most importantly, in its 2025 budget, the Canadian government invested 926 million Canadian dollars to build sovereign AI computing infrastructure. The goal is clear: to ensure that Canadian researchers and businesses no longer have to rely on American cloud services. So, where are the opportunities for Canadian AI in the next decade? First, AI in healthcare. Canada has a universal healthcare system, vast amounts of medical data, and strict privacy protection regulations, making it an ideal testing ground for medical AI. The AI diagnostic system at Toronto's Hospital for Sick Children has already surpassed human doctors in accuracy. Second, climate and human-centered AI. Canada possesses 10% of the world's forests, and AI is being used for carbon sink monitoring, wildfire prediction, and clean energy optimization. For example, an AI company in Calgary uses deep learning to optimize oil sands extraction, reducing carbon emissions by more than 30%. Third, sovereign AI infrastructure. As data sovereignty and AI security become increasingly important, Canada is building its own AI computing centers to provide trustworthy AI services to the world. If you are an AI professional, why should you choose Canada? Let the data speak for itself. The H-1B visa lottery success rate in the United States is only 14%, while Canada's global talent stream approval rate exceeds 95%. After graduation, international students automatically receive a 3-year work permit without the need for employer sponsorship. AI professionals can go through the fast-track immigration channel and may receive a work visa in as little as 2 weeks. If you want to start a business, the Federal Startup Visa, also known as the SVU, is a direct path that grants PR status to entrepreneurial talent. Canada's Minister of Immigration put it very bluntly: "We are not competing with the United States for talent, we are welcoming the geniuses rejected by the US." So, the next time you use an AI product, you might remember this story. In the AI winter, Canada chose to stand firm. In the springtime of AI, Canada nurtured giants. In the future of AI, Canada is writing a new chapter. This is the invisible driving force behind Canada's AI revolution. If you want to learn more, on October 28th PST time at Vancouver AI Friday at 5 p.m., we have invited Professor Jiang Chuan Liu from Simon Fraser University, who is also a newly elected Fellow of the Royal Society of Canada and the Canadian Academy of Sciences, to share stories about AI and Canada. Scan the QR code to register, and let's witness the next decade of AI in Canada together. I'm Shun. See you next time.